live. Okay, oh my gosh. Hello, welcome back to My Left Frying Pan. Okay, I'm discombobulated because it took us like a half an hour to cut all of the entries for the Breville Barista Touch, which we're going to be giving away. So we're a little bit late. So hi, thanks for being patient. We're going to be making Mexican street corn dip for watching Hockey Night in Canada or the Super Bowl coming up. And then I'm going to draw for the Smoking Gun from Breville and for the Barista Touch. Okay, so, all right, I have to take a big deep breath because live is terrifying, okay, because we're late and now my throat is really dry. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Oh, good. That was a huge snort. Anyway, okay, so I like dips, but I don't want to make anything that's, like not healthy, right? So we're going to make this Mexican street corn dip because basically Mexican street corn is like corn that you grill on. This is the mime version for corn on the cob that you stick on your barbecue. You grill it up and you make this sort of cheesy, creamy, spicy sauce and you slather it all over. Slather it all over, and it's a complete mess. And I thought, what would happen if I did the same elements and put them in a bowl and use them as a dip? And it's a genius idea. Okay, first things first. So you can find the recipe later below. We're going to upload it. You can also go to my website, MairlynSmith.com, for more stuff if you want to read about Mexican street corn. Okay, so it calls for 3 cloves of garlic that I've already minced and set aside. And that's so that it oxidizes and all those wonderful antioxidants are more bioavailable. So that's ready to go. And then we're going to mix together in a bowl the zest of the lime. Okay, now I already washed it, but here's how you pick a good lime. It should be squishy, okay? Don't be picking those brick ones, because when you cut it, it's going to be like tough as all get out. So always look for a squishy, like kind of a gushy, like, kind of like if you don't have, firm boobs, okay? So we're going to do...
Hi, Terry Lloyd.
Hello. See what I'm doing. All right, I'm still discombobulated. Okay, anybody have any wonderful questions? Or hey, and thank you. I got a sidebar. I read every single entry for the Breville Barista Touch, and oh my God, I was laughing, I was crying. Your food story memory stuff that you sent with me, you remember your first coffee that you had with your Nona or your dad, or having coffee in Switzerland and Paris, and take me with you the next time you go there. So I was really, thank you for, spending time and writing me a story. Okay, so got the zest off the lime. Now, I've seen this, I need a bigger boat. I've seen people kind of roll their limes, to get more juice, or you can stick it in the microwave. But if you pick a squishy one anyway, you don't have to bother, okay? So limes never have any seeds, so you can just juice it either by using a fork. Oh, sidebar, I have tennis elbow. I have a thing on I don't even play tennis, and I have tennis elbow. And the reason is because my resolution this year was to... go back to lifting weights more, because I've been lifting weights for like I was lifting weights when it wasn't even trendy and cool to lift weights. I've been lifting weights for about 30 years. At one point, you could crack an egg on my butt. It was very exciting.
And
anyway.
Anita says she's been spending the morning watching your videos, and now
she
wants to make marshmallows.
Oh! Hey, you guys, I got so many emails from people wanting to make marshmallows. I hope you did it because they are so awesome. Yay! Yeah, they are perfect little pillows of white confection. I can't remember what I said. Anyway, I have tennis elbow from lifting weights. So, yeah, it's like, oh my God, now this arm doesn't work. I mean, basically... I said this on Cityline the other day. When you get older, when you pass 50, you can't absorb vitamin D as well. Your boobs drop, your ass falls, and apparently you have mechanical issues. So yeah, I'm kind of mechanically falling apart here. Okay, so
Terry says she loves your chocolate cake. Awesome.
That wonderful chocolate cake with the baby food prunes, they're really good. Now there's 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice that's supposed to go in this. I'm going to measure it because that was 1 juicy lime. Or was it 3 tablespoons? What's the recipe? 2 tablespoons. Okay, so I'm not going to put the rest of that in because it's going to make it really watery. So I'm just going to get a dish and stick it in here, and I'll probably, I like to put lime juice and mayo, to make kind of a different salad dressing, so I'm not going to throw that away. I hate throwing away food, okay? So we're not going to do that. All right, then we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of low-fat mayo. You can add any kind you want. If you're you know, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to whisk that in. I was going to say if you're a vegetarian, but vegetarians eat eggs. So if you're vegan, you could put the, it's called Vegenaise, you could use that. But then there's cheese in here, so like forget I even said that. Okay, so now we're going to add the garlic because it's been sitting here oxidizing and getting all fabulous. That goes into the dressing. And then we're going to add, I love that noise. Oh, sidebar. Hey, you know when you're cutting up garlic and your hands stink? One of the things that you can do is if you have a stainless steel sink, if you rub your hands on the stainless steel sink, it takes the stink. The sink takes the stink out of your hands. But if you don't have one, because I've got a porcelain one now, so I just get this metal spatula, that stainless steel. You just rub your hands on that under some cold water, and it takes all the garlic stink out of your hands. It's science, people. Everything in food is science. I'm so excited. Okay, so.
Helen says hi.
Who?
Helen Bailey.
Oh, hi, Helen. I read on my Facebook page that you were going to try to watch. So hello, nice to have you here. Okay, so now we're going to add the chipotle chili pepper. Okay, now we're only going to put in, I'm only putting in 1/4 teaspoon. That's 1/8. You can add more if you want, but chipotle chili powder is pretty strong. So give it a taste after you try the 1/4. And then if you think you need more, you can go for it, okay? Oh, it's kind of got a smoky thing going on. Look at that, okay. Then to that, we're going to add my corn. Okay, so this is frozen corn that I thawed out. Now, I took it out a couple of hours ago, 2 hours, and it's all thawed out. But if you want to make this in the moment, you could just rinse it under some cold or cool running water, not hot, and then it's going to thaw out. So I'm just going to mix that up to coat. Now, if you're doing this in the summer, obviously, you can use fresh corn. But I love frozen vegetables. I mean, they have such a great way of, they like flash freeze them. So as soon as they harvest them at their peak, they flash freeze and the cells go like that. And then they don't, so they freeze so quickly, they don't expand and then break. And then that was what was making frozen food years ago kind of tastes like ugh. But anyway, it's a much better way. So we're going to add that to there. And then we're going to add 1/2 red pepper, a small one. And people, I kept saying size matters. This was not a small one. This is a small one. And it kind of makes a difference. So I'm going to rinse that off, and I'm going to use half, dry it. Hey, just a little sidebar for food safety. Change your tea towel and your dishcloth every single day so that you're not, got yucky cross-contamination. Okay, so this is how I do 1/2 pepper. So I took it out from this, so I'm going to store this in the fridge like that in a plastic bag, and it's not going to rot quite as fast. Take some of the seeds off, and then just really finely slice and dice, okay?
Are frozen foods just as healthy as fresh from Kathy?
Yes, frozen foods actually are probably in some cases healthier than fresh, because if you are buying, okay, for instance, here's a great example. Say you bought fresh green beans right now. Well, they are coming on the green bean bus that's way far away. So they pick them, they get on the bus, they go to where they do the transport, and then they go back to, I mean, by the time you get them, they're not fresh. They're fresh, but they're not like fresh. Now, if you were that green bean and you got picked in the field, a lot of places pick them and then freeze them within a couple of hours, or at least within a day. So you've got the freshest possible green bean when they're not in season. So I say when vegetables are in season, it's always a good idea to go frozen. I use frozen peas all year, but I use frozen kale, I use frozen broccoli, cauliflower, I do the whole shebang. Okay, so we're gonna add that into the bowl.
You put the pepper in a paper bag instead of plastic, says Lizzie.
I don't do that. I like to do it loosely in plastic. I think paper is really good for mushrooms, but you have a really good point, because if you seal it in a plastic bag, it's going to go like mushy, and that moisture is going to help rot it. So, okay, I'll give you a paper bag, but put it in the refrigerator, but close it up. So I'm going to put this in a plastic and leave it kind of open or poke holes in it, and then it should last a long time too. Okay. We're going to use, is it a half? No, it's a small red onion, okay? Small. This is actually even too big for small. And I'm going to wear my famous onion goggles because honestly, they should have hired me about 15 years ago when as their spokesperson, because you know what? I wear these things all the time and talk about an authentic moment, but I don't even think they know who I am. Anyway, yes, don't they know I'm famous in my own house? So we're going to use half of this red onion because it is still pretty big, okay? Now you can use it more if you want, but I think it's going to be too much red onion. So I'm just going to finely dice. Now, I'm not a chef, and so if you're a chef out there going, oh my God, she's going to cut her hand off, I try really hard not to, so I'm just going to dice it. I'm going to do a sort of a fine dice.
Donna from Niagara agrees with you. She's from Niagara. It's best to buy local or frozen.
Yeah. You know, I really believe in supporting our local farmers. And so these red onions are actually local from Ontario. They're in bags right now. And I live in Toronto, so I'm loving the little red onions. They're a lot smaller than the great big ones that you can buy. Now, see how much onion right there? I could actually dice that up, but I'm going to use that for stock for later. And I'm just going to mince this up to make sure, because you don't want a great big honking piece of onion in your dip. Okay, we're almost ready to go. All right, so that looks pretty darn good. Gonna get that right into the bowl. Get in the bowl! I love that commercial.
Lizzie from Newfoundland says not a lot of fresh veggies right now.
Hello from Newfoundland. Have you watched the videos where my cousin Charlotte from Newfoundland has been on the show? Okay, yeah, she's my mom. She's a figment of my imagination because I live in a dream world. But my mom actually thought, she goes, Mairlyn, but we don't have a cousin in Newfoundland. But I went to Newfoundland on a road trip in an RV and I fell in love with it. And everybody in Canada, everybody should go visit Newfoundland. They are really that friendly. I mean, they are awesome, wonderful people. Okay, so we've done it all. Oh no, we got to put the cilantro in. Okay, hang on, you got to come with me. Yeah. Sorry, what?
Terry says she loves Charlotte. She knows.
Oh, she loves Charlotte. Charlotte from Newfoundland. And my mom was going, Mairlyn, we don't know anybody. What's that? I go, Mom, it's me. And she goes, that's not you. And I go, yes, for the love of God, it's me, Mom. And so anyway. Okay, did you see how I do my cilantro? So, you know, food's expensive. I don't want it to rot. So I rinse it really well, and then I wrap it up in a tea towel. And I only need, I think it's 3 tablespoons. So I'm just going to take a bit of it. And then I'm going to wrap this all back up and store it in my fridge. And in a couple of days, if I haven't used it all, and we use a lot of cilantro, then I'm going to put it in my...
Some people with cilantro. Giovanna says yuck.
Oh, she says yuck. Hey, you know, it's your DNA. It's not even you going yuck. Some people's DNA goes, this tastes like smelly socks. And it's not your fault. It's actually your DNA. Now, I'm going to save this because I'm going to make that, and I'm going to put that into my food processor, and I'm going to put it in another little paper towel because I'm going to whip it up with some oil, and then I'm going to add it to, you know, maybe some kind of Mexican dish that I'm going to make later on. I don't like food waste. Do you know that we waste? We actually throw 40% of your groceries out on average. Okay, so I'm not throwing 40% of mine out. So somebody out there might be throwing more away. I didn't mean that. It's not even funny. Anyway, okay, so you're going to finely mince it. If you don't like cilantro, if you think it tastes like smelly socks.
Linda says, I'm here, Mairlyn. I'm here.
Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Hi, Linda. Hello. I think she's sneaking out of work. I'm going to get so many people fired by the end of this show. Actually, we're thinking of, and hey, you guys, vote in. We're thinking of doing one at lunch. Like we do 2 live ones and then 1 at night. So 1 live one during the month and 1 live one at night, so that you can watch it. This is supposed to be 3 tablespoons. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay,
a bunch of
I'm a
people
train.
Wanting, can we leave cilantro out if possible?
Yes, you can leave cilantro out. You can totally leave cilantro out. Okay, that's somebody's phone. That's your cell phone. Okay, good. Well, at least my landline didn't ring this. Oh, I got my glasses on still. Okay, there we go. All right, that's it. Oh no, the feta cheese. Okay, now Mexican street corn. I gotta rinse my hands. Mexican street corn calls for a Mexican cheese pronounced. Oh, I'm gonna totally slaughter this. Cotija. It sounds like I'm Japanese. Oh my gosh. Cotijia. Okay, now it's hard to find in Toronto. Like I went to like 5 different like cheese places. Now I didn't go to the cheese boutique, and I'm sure they have it, but that's at the other end of town. So I'm using feta, all right, and everybody else don't scream, but it's the same kind of consistency. The Mexican cheese is actually maybe a little bit softer than feta, and you can use sheep or goat or milk feta, whatever you want. And there it is. There's your dip. You should let that kind of marry all the flavors in your fridge for about 2 hours, or you can make this up to 2 days in advance. So, you know, hockey night in Canada isn't like you could make it today and have it on Saturday. And then when I serve it, just because I like to pretend that I'm a chef, I've got these little red dishes that I use all the time, and then a little paper liner. I actually got that at Loblaws. And then I'm going to dump in some whole grain scooping chips. Oh, look at that. And then when I serve it, it's a mess. When I serve it, I'm going to put it in this. I got this little kind of a Mexican dish. I'm like this insane person that has like 4,000 props. My entire basement, I'm lying, I'd say 3/4 of my basement is dishes and props. It's insane down there. Okay, so there's my dip. And this got some fiber in it. A quarter cup is about a serving, but it's got such less calories, so little calories. So here it is, for a quarter cup is only 42 calories. I mean, which is way better than having guacamole, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love guac. But I mean, as another kind of alternative, you could have guac and this for your Super Bowl party if you're having one, or to watch Hockey Night in Canada. Anyway, you can see this all on the site, but I'd give you all the nutrient breakdown because I think it's really important because knowledge is power. Okay, oh my gosh, we're way over time. Okay, so we're going to draw now, but hang on, I'm just going to eat some. And I know it's really rude, but... that is really good. Okay. I'll take a picture and post that later. I gotta wipe this off. Okay. What are we doing? How are we doing?
The draw? You want to do the draw?
I'm gonna do the draw. Hang on, I got cue cards.
Is there black beans in it? Cindy wants to know.
No, but you could totally do that and make it a whole different deal. You'd have to adjust the seasonings though, because beans, sorry, my mouthful. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, you didn't change your clock, Donna says. This is a new clock.
You know what? People are always asking me, okay, so this is my really clock. That's the clock that lives in the kitchen. But when we shoot My Left Frying Pan, we'd have thought it would be really funny to always have it as, 20 after 4, because time stood still when you watch My Left Frying Pan. It was an inside joke. I didn't think anybody would notice, and absolutely everybody has noticed. So thank you for being so observant. Okay. I was going to ask you, how is everybody's goals going? Are you eating cruciferous vegetables from last time when we made the Brussels sprouts coleslaw? A showing of hands? No, I can't see you. Anyway, give me a like if you like this. It's really important because then we know we're going in the right direction, because we want to be in this together, right? I mean, it's not just because it's me just actually talking to my phone and I know you're on the other side, but I don't know what you're thinking unless you tell me. All right, so give me a thumbs up if you like it. Next week, oh my gosh, I'm making this amazing savory beef hand pie. It's a genius, and this recipe and that one are all brand new. Okay, we're gonna do the draws. Okay, so I just want to tell you that I read every single draw, every single entry for everything. I finally did it last night. It took me 3 hours, but I read. Okay, so this is the first one we're going to do is for the smoking gun. Okay, so smoking gun people. All right.
So look at handwritten. Read the handwritten.
Read the handwritten? Okay, all right, so I'm just going to pull it out without looking. Okay, so the smoking gun is Susan Nuss 98. Susan Nuss 98. Okay, so you won the Breville smoking gun. You won the gun. Okay, good. So
get in touch at
myleftfryingpan at gmail.com. Okay, now the Breville barista touch. OMG. Okay, look, there was like 250. Like they're all in there. Like look, they're all, and there's so many. So They're all folded up, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them all on the floor. No, that's a bad idea. I'm just going to keep mixing them up, okay? Hang on, maybe I can do it like this. Oh, whoops, one flew out. That's a bad idea. Two flew out. Okay, get back in the bag. Okay, so that was a bad idea. All right, I feel like, who was that woman on, you know, the ball thing goes around and round? Okay, all right, okay. So, thank you. We had a runner. Thank you so much for, you know, for doing that, for telling me your stories and sharing with me, because I feel like I'm up here, you know, sometimes naked, sharing my stories, and it's so nice to have you guys share yours too. Okay, so I'm closing my eyes, and is this really noisy? Can you really hear that? All right, so there was like 275 or 290 entries, and I answered almost all of them, but I didn't.
Thank you. She noticed your comments.
Oh, good. Yeah, my husband was watching the hockey game last night, and I sat and did that. It was almost a little over 3 hours. Okay, do you think that's mixed up enough? I do. All right. Now, the rule is if you don't get back to us with how long? How long is it? Do they have to get back to us?
Wait a week, yeah.
If you don't get back to us in a week, if you're the winner, then we draw again. So we're not going to throw the names out. So if the person who won doesn't answer within a week, then it's adios, and we're really sorry, but you know. Okay, so here it goes. Eyes are closed. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, hang on. I don't know why I keep waiting.
That's the grease to touch right there.
Huh?
And they're getting grease to touch there. Yeah.
Okay, I have it. Oh. It's twofold. Okay. Oh, I know why. Okay, so this is a story that I accidentally cut in half. Okay, so this is the story, and then I will tell you who won. So if you remember the story, that's cool. What a great addition to our kitchen and family this would be. We all love good coffee, and without a doubt, this would make a fabulous coffee for all to enjoy. My mom makes us the best espresso using a Ceviche, her Turkish coffee maker from Slovenia, and it's been so well used over the years that her coffee gets better and better after each use. My son traveled to Slovenia not too long ago, and he brought one back with him. The tradition continues. Wishing you a happy New Year, Mairlyn, best in 2018. And the winner is Doris Clausen.
Yay!
Coulson. Okay, so Doris, come on down. And if we don't hear from you in a week, then we're gonna not throw these out. We will draw somebody else, okay? So, thank you for spending the time with me. I know this was a little bit longer than we thought, but anyway, I love doing this. I love that you're all so supportive, and I really appreciate all the comments and the support and the love. I feel love. I feel kumbaya. I'm feeling. And now, Doris, you're going to be making this with your family. Okay, good. All right. So next week, little savory beef hand pies, and you've got to watch next week because well, just let's say. We played football in the snow and I got tackled. Okay, that's all you need to know. All right, until next time, I'm wishing you peace, love, and fiber. And tell a friend. Let's have more people at the party. See ya. Bye.
Terry says we're all going to Doris's.
Woo! That's a great idea.
Lots of people saying congrats. Lots and lots of comments.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.